That's that done. So we'll move on to our next topic. Chris,
Yeah.
Jumanji, welcome to the jungle.
Yeah, the new
Right.
Jumanji trailer. You want to talk about this?
I don't know what I get myself into sometimes.
So, okay. Um, this is our reactions to Jumanji, the Welcome to the Jungle trailer that was released last week or earlier this week rather. And basically
Right.
bottom line, well,
Sorry.
go ahead, sorry.
Before you start, can we both agree that this name is stupid?
Well, wait, is
Can we
it
like just
called in the UK, is it called Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle?
yeah,
Hold on, is it? I think it's just called Jumanji in America. Let me look, which would be funny
also known as
considering
Jumanji 2.
Jumanji 2? Let me see. I'm looking this up right now.
Co- According, according to Wikipedia, it says welcome Jumanji, welcome to the jungle, also known as
Oh,
Jumanji 2.
no, you're right. Yeah, it is called that. That's the name of the movie? I didn't know that. Oh, what a
Yeah,
horrible name. Oh, dude, yeah,
yeah.
this is a horrible. Oh my God, yes. Without, I thought it was just called Jumanji. I didn't know it was called Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. Horrible title. With yeah, I agree, 100%. That is that's really bad. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. Okay.
Just yeah.
Back right. Back to where you left off, Chris.
Okay, so yeah, going back on that. So yeah, that's horrible title. That's actually so bad. I'm a little bit thrown off from what I was saying.
it it sounds like Axl Rose's like re-release of Welcome to the Jungle.
It's dude,
But you,
it's so on the nose, especially since they played that song in the trailer. I thought they played that in the trailer because they were in the jungle. Like they, they were being welcomed to the jungle. I didn't know that was the name of the movie. I just thought it was called Jumanji. I'm like, oh, that's cool, Jumanji. It's a reboot or whatever. No, this is a
ah,
sequel called Jumanji Welcome. Wow, man,
yeah.
my 9-year-old 1995 counterpart would be so upset. No, 8-year-old counterpart would be
I
so
told you.
upset right now.
See, this is not even let me
Wow.
even get into the trailer issue yet.
Oh
Before
yeah, we haven't even
the
gotten
name
to the
is just
trailer. Well, we could definitely
the
agree
name is
that
just
is
as
a
dumb as piss.
horrible title, like without a doubt.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that being said, let me wow, I feel like I just was told like we're in the Matrix. Okay, let's going back to the trailer. I did despite just now figuring out the name that's horrible. I did like the trailer, dude. I thought it was like my take on the trailer was, does this look like would I see this movie in theaters? Oh God, no! I would not see this in theaters. Would I rent it? Probably not, unless I had a free rental. Would I see it on Netflix? Oh, absolutely! I would totally see it on Netflix. I love The Rock. I think he's awesome. I love Karen Gillian. I think she's so cool. What's the other person? The short
Jack
comedian.
Black.
Yeah, Jack Black's
Jack
great,
Black.
and the other short comedian, the one that oh my God, he's
Kevin Hart.
yes, thank you, Kevin Hart. Like I love all the cast is great. I love the cast. Those are all awesome actors. I love them and they're funny and they're talented. They're so good. So I'm like, oh man, the cast is great. The trailer itself I thought was really cool. I like how it's very quote unquote updated instead of a board game. It's a video game. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Because if you made it a board game, you'd kind of be doing the same thing again. And I'm like, you could have done that, but like you'd really be doing the same thing. And this is a quote unquote standalone sequel. So I'm like, okay, right on. They want to do something different. I'm on board. That's so cool. Um, but
But just quickly, like we don't know the plot or anything else about it. But
yeah,
how does this like go from a board to a video game? It's just a weird kind of like evolution
I,
without really knowing what's going on. Because like the board was funny because of the fact that they was carrying the board around. I remember the first film as well because they didn't have the board, they couldn't progress, and they're just being like swooped into this virtual reality kind of thing. It's like a little bit. I'm kind of a little bit like because I think like when you watched it as well, the first Jumanji,
yeah,
the board was a big part of it, and more in the sense that you realize like when that hunter comes out and takes the board, and they're like, okay, he's trying to kill Robin Williams, and he also has the board, so he can't progress in the game. So it's always a Mickey Mouse kind of like Tom and Jerry
yeah.
kind of like chase. But with this, they just like find this console in the cellar, and it's like, yeah, Jumanji, the game. But actually,
No,
I'm not going to go any further. I'm going to let you get back to it, actually.
no. I'm actually cool with that though. I get you. Like that brings up more questions. So wait a minute. Like, and I doubt they're gonna answer that in the movie. But I'm like
Yeah.
that's interesting. So like, did they? So the board game I kind of understand because a board game is like that could be something that was around for a long time. But video games are like who made from the 1970s when Pong was released? Who created this board game and poured their evil into it? You know what I mean? Like that brings up a lot of
Well,
questions.
actually, because it's weird though as well because like when you're saying this as well, like, I said off the Wikipedia page, it's called Jumanji 2. Even in the plot, it says to beat the game and return to the real world, they have to go on the most dangerous adventure of their lives, discover what Alan Parrish left 20 years ago, and
Yeah.
change the way they think about themselves. So I didn't realize it was like a full-on sequel in that kind of sense.
Yeah, it's the. I mean, I've
Okay.
heard they're actually using archival footage of Robin Williams somehow. In the
Mm.
cast listing, it says Robin Williams, Alan Parrish archival footage. So I don't know how they're gonna do that, but no, that's yeah. In that respect, I'm like, okay, that's cool. Maybe you know what, man? Maybe the board game changes shape. No, really, maybe it's like a living thing, and like, what are kids really into now? Video games more so than board games. So it would take the form of a video game. So in that, we'll see. I'd be curious to see how they address that. But going back to the
Well,
trailer, I like the idea that they get sucked into the game and that they almost have like avatars. You know what I mean? Like the really nerdy guy who plays flute becomes the Rock, which is awesome. And then
yeah.
like the hot girl is Jack Black, and then like the quote unquote nerdy smart girl or whatever is the hot girl. She's all of a sudden Karen Gillian, and the jock becomes Kevin Hart, and he's like, I'm half my
Yeah.
size now. So I like that. I think that's really cool, and it definitely gives the opportunity for those characters to they like immediately they have a flaw. They have a flaw that they're stuck in a body or stuck in in a body that is not what they had. So they have to. That's I think that's cool. That's like, oh wow, immediately all these characters have something they have to overcome by the end of the film. But I don't know, dude. Aside from that, it looks like a really fun dumb movie. You know what I mean? It does not look. I mean, it could. I think it has the potential to have some heart and some intelligence. But this is just a teaser trailer. So I'd have to see another trailer to really get a newer impression. But I think it looks like good fun, man. All in all, like that's kind of like my take on it.
Mm, yeah. I just couldn't sell it. I couldn't stomach the trailer. I thought, like, I know there's been a lot of controversial opinion on Karen Gillan's outfit,
Yeah, that was a big
and
thing.
her
Yeah,
appearance. Yeah, and even they kind of joke about it in the actual trailer, and it is a video game trope. I think like
yeah,
the problem is when you touch on like video games in this manner, you always evoke a very, very like heated discussion.
yeah,
Because like go back to the point, this kind of like trailer reminds you of the film Pixels. Do you know Adam Sandler? And they had that ridiculous like that giant Pac-Man and the aliens. It was like goofy, but it was kind of like a little bit like I kind of get the point of what they're doing, but you're targeting the wrong audience now. So that
yeah.
audience is nowhere near what they used to be as well, because they are very much anti that kind of like humor.
Right.
But like with the trailer, I just didn't feel it. It just feels strange about Robin Williams. Jumanji was Robin Williams, even if it sounds like I'm
Yeah.
a little bit moaning. There was that film was iconic because of Robin Williams. It's the same with Miss Doubtfire. Like things don't like just become something without without someone being there. Like Jumanji could have been like, it's the same with, and here's another example. Jumanji is the same as Space Jam. Michael Jordan was in Space Jam. You had Robin Williams in Jumanji. They became synonymous with those films. And
Yeah.
they didn't really need a series. They didn't need. This is basically just plucking nostalgia from Hollywood and trying to sell it. Because like I remember what someone said, like it said pretty much what you said, like, oh, it's a fun trailer, it was nice and I kind of like enjoyed it. But I'm saying what annoyed me was like this could have been its own thing without the name Jumanji attached to it.
Oh,
They just
totally.
added the name of Jumanji to kind of market, sell it on, and like butcher it as much as it is. And it's just like, right, but they didn't really set up Jumanji to have a real sequel. You remember that? Yeah, they had that ridiculous ending where you just watched it up on
Oh,
beach and
the
those two kids flying there.
yeah.
Yeah.
The kids are like, "What's this?" And you're like, "Oh, you're so screwed."
Yeah, exactly. And it was like one of those like really funny 90s humor kind of thing where you're like, oh yeah, look at that, kind of thing. But with this, I'm just like a little bit like, right, it's a video game now, and I think like for me as well, the worst part is like the video game kind of like things that they do with these films, it always like rubs me the wrong way because I'm just like I don't really like it. I'm just like it just doesn't make sense anymore. It's not really funny that much anymore. It's got a good cast with it. I think like obviously The
Yeah.
Rock is going to sell this as it is.
Oh yeah.
You have Karen Gillan, also Jack Black as well, like everyone else. So it is kind of funny in that sense. And I did like the little like as you said like the goofy kind of like improvements of like how the nerdy girl turns into the hot girl and
Yeah.
the hot girl turns into the into Jack Black. Like it's one of those where I'm like I appreciate it for that, but I'm not really not on board with it. I'm really not. I just did not enjoy watching it. It kind of like I was like I miss Robin Williams. 'Cause I remember when we talked about that as well. Like we talked about Robin Williams dying. We were like it was like almost part of your childhood dying.
Oh yeah,
And that's like
definitely.
like that. If you grew up and watched like Mrs. Doubtfire, you watched Hook, you watched Jumanji, it was like, oh my god, like Robin
Dude,
Williams is your like childhood,
is-
and even the Nintendo.
I was gonna say
Sorry, go on.
Hook is such a beautiful movie. Like that movie.
Underrated.
Oh my god, the feels, man.
Spielberg.
It's pure love. It's pure Spielberg, pure Robin Williams. Like, sorry to I know this is totally off topic, but you mentioned Hook, and I'm like, oh my god, that movie's so great. But I'm sorry, continue.
No, great. It's underrated. It's Steven Spielberg as well, which is even more like weird, why it's underrated and like kind of forgotten about a little bit. It was a great take on it as well for the time. But like with like Robin Williams, like you have those kind of moments, and he made such like a fantastic thing with Jumanji. I'm just like, why is Jumanji returning now in 2017, where it was never hinted about before? There was just kind of like no relevance to it, and it seems like they've really taken it and like modernized it and modernized it in like one of those awful kind of ways by having the video game element to it. I just don't get it. I really didn't get watching it. I was just like, this is strange, and obviously the name as well is dumb as well. Welcome to the jungle. Oh god. Yeah, Chris, I hate it. I'm just like
I
very flat
totally
with that.
agree. Further, I even though I know I had more of a positive reaction to the trailer, I agree with what you said, man. Especially like you're right that judging just by the trailer, because apparently Williams's character is in the film somehow, but just judging by the trailer itself, yeah, it could be anything. You could have called it like anything to do with a video game. You could have called it like bits, like 16-bit the game, or 16-bit the movie, Welcome to the Jungle, or whatever. It does seem like kind of weird to do like a sequel. I don't know. I mean, it really does. I mean, they are for the record, they are marketing this as a standalone sequel. That's what they've claimed. Like even in the wiki, it says it's a standalone sequel to Jumanji, meaning that I think it's like you could jump into this never having seen Jumanji and you would totally get it. I think that's what they're trying to say. But also,
Yeah.
if you've seen Jumanji, I mean, I guess since Alan Parrish is in the movie, Williams's character, I guess that's where they are. It's almost like the Predator, like Predators. You remember that movie Predators with Adrian Brody? How like
Yeah, but they were just like
it was that was a horrible movie, by the way. But like that
why
was
Adrian Brody turned into like Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I know
The
they
most,
went
like-
from Schwarzenegger to well, they went technically from Schwarzenegger to Danny Glover to Adrian Brody. It was very weird. I don't know.
and,
But yeah, like that was a standalone sequel technically, because you didn't have to see any of the Predator movies, but if you did, it would definitely help because you'd
Yeah.
realize there's a better movie and you should stop watching this one. But but I think that might be the case with Jumanji. Like I'm sure, without a doubt, the original is going to be better. I mean, that's without question. But this looks like a dumb, cute movie. I'd watch it. What the hell?